Right now, the labor market is splitting into two groups: those who understand what is happening and those who will find out too late. MIT published a study in November 2025 showing AI can already replace 11.7% of the entire U.S. workforce. That is $1.2 trillion in wages. Gone. Today. Not 2030, not someday. Right now. The World Economic Forum surveyed over 1,000 employers across 55 country VEAs and found 92 million jobs displaced by 2030. 40% of all current workplace skills will be obsolete within 5 years. This video is about the 5 careers the data confirms are structurally protected and why the same forces destroying other jobs are making these 5 more valuable every single day. A wave of automation is tearing through the labor market with a speed and force that few predicted. The MIT Iceberg Index, released in late 2025, measured the impact in terms that leave little room for comfort. 11.7% of all U.S. jobs, over 1 in 10, are now cost competitive for replacement by artificial intelligence. That is $1.2 trillion in annual wages, already within reach of algorithms and machines. The ground is shifting not just for a handful of clerical workers or back-office staff, but across every sector where tasks are routine, digital, or rules-based. The World Economic Forum Future of Jobs report paints an even broader canvas. 92 million jobs worldwide are projected to vanish by 2030 as companies in every industry overhaul their operations. 86% of employers surveyed say AI will transform their business models within the decade, and perhaps most unsettling, 40% of the skills people use at work today are expected to be obsolete in just 5 years. In this environment, the term cost competitive has become a warning sign. It means that for millions of roles, I can now do the work not just as well, but for less money. This is not a distant scenario or a theoretical risk. It is the new baseline. The question is no longer if disruption will happen, but who will remain standing when it does. As the numbers make clear, the need for a filter, some way to separate the vulnerable from the protected, has never been more urgent. Not every job can be shielded by wishful thinking or a lucky break. To sort fact from hype, the countdown relies on a simple 3-part filter, each step narrowing the field to only those careers that data shows are structurally protected from AI. The first filter is task overlap. Does the job require skills or decisions that current AI can already replicate at cost parity? If the answer is yes, the role is out. The second filter is projected growth. Using Bureau of Labor Statistics forecasts, only occupations expecting sustained demand through 2030 make the cut. The third filter is institutional shielding. Factors like legal licensing, mandatory physical presence, or the kind of human trust that cannot be delegated to a machine. These are not just abstract criteria. For millions, the difference is personal. Take a software engineer, recently displaced by an AI system, now sitting across from a therapist and asking what comes next. The story of who gets left behind and who finds a path forward is written in these filters. Each of the 5 careers that survive this gauntlet share all 3 shields. Their work cannot be done remotely by an algorithm. Their demand is growing, and their authority is locked in by law or by trust. This is the logic behind the ranking. As the first survivor steps into focus, the data behind its protection becomes clear. A software engineer, recently let go after layoffs related to AI, sits across from a therapist searching for answers. The therapist listens, asks about the fear of being left behind, and helps him rebuild a sense of direction. These sessions are not about quick fixes or generic advice. They are about reading subtle cues, untangling emotion from identity, and offering a safe space that no chatbot can replicate. According to CNBC, therapists have seen a surge in workers seeking help after layoffs related to AI. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 12% growth in mental health therapy jobs by 2030, over 200,000 new roles. That is not a luxury, but a structural necessity. I can offer wellness apps and scripted responses, but it cannot deliver the trust and empathy and real-time adaptation required in these moments of crisis. On the clinical front, nurse practitioners are stepping into a widening gap. In rural clinics and crowded emergency rooms, nurse practitioners are diagnosing, prescribing, and managing complex care. Their authority is locked in by licensing laws and reinforced by the need for hands-on judgment. The Bureau of Labor Statistics forecasts a 14% increase in nurse practitioner positions through 2030, adding more than 340,000 jobs. Hospitals are responding with signing bonuses that now top $20,000 for new hires. No algorithm can substitute for the experience of a nurse practitioner who must make a call in the middle of the night, weighing patient history, physical signs, and the unpredictable realities of human health. AI can assist with scheduling or flag a lab result, but it cannot carry the legal or ethical burden of care. These roles are shielded by credentialing, real-world complexity, and the kind of trust that only comes from direct human connection. The same forces that are erasing routine jobs are driving up demand for emotional and clinical expertise, careers that require presence and accountability and a human touch. America's digital future is running straight into a wall of missing hands. As artificial intelligence drives a historic surge in data center construction, the need for licensed electricians has exploded far beyond the available workforce. BlackRock's chief executive officer, Larry Fink, sounded the alarm, warning that the United States risks running out of electricians to build and maintain the backbone of the AI economy. The numbers are stark. Industry surveys report over 81,000 electrician vacancies every year through 2034. In Texas and California, signing bonuses of $8,000 are now standard, and regional wages routinely top $60,000 for mid-career roles, climbing to $120,000 or more in high-cost metros. The urgency isn't just about keeping the lights on. Every new AI server farm, every automated factory, every smart grid project depends on skilled electricians to design, wire, and troubleshoot complex systems on site. These jobs demand hands-on expertise that can't be offshored or replaced by code. Safety regulations, state licensing, and unpredictable on-the-ground conditions create a barrier that algorithms can't cross. AI can optimize schedules, flag maintenance needs, or simulate circuit layouts. But it cannot climb a ladder, diagnose a live panel, or sign off on a critical safety inspection. Major employers are scrambling to fill the gap. 73% of electrical contractors now list hiring as their top operational challenge. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 12% growth in electrician employment by 2032, adding over 210,000 new jobs. Meanwhile, the supply of new apprentices is lagging, with training pipelines stretched thin and exam waitlists running over a year in many states. The result is a market where skilled tradespeople hold the leverage, and where every new wave of AI-driven construction only makes the shortage more acute. As the digital world expands, it's the people who can work with real wires, real risks, and real accountability who are becoming indispensable. Pipes burst, water mains fail, and entire buildings grind to a halt. Yet the country is running out of the people who know how to fix them. By 2027, the United States faces a shortfall of 550,000 licensed plumbers, a number echoed in Bloomberg's industry, reporting and reinforced by Deloitte's broader projection of 2 million unfilled skilled trade jobs by 2033. This is not just a matter of inconvenience. Hospitals, data centers, and new housing all depend on water systems that demand on-site troubleshooting, emergency response, and strict code compliance, work that cannot be digitized or done remotely. In California, master plumbers now routinely earn six-figure salaries, fueled by bidding wars in high-cost cities. The path to these roles is not easy. Apprenticeships require thousands of hours on the job, and licensing boards in states like Texas and California report wait lists stretching over a year. No algorithm can snake a drain or certify a critical repair. As AI accelerates the construction boom, the gap between demand and available hands is widening, turning every credentialed plumber into an essential protected asset. Inside the operating room, the limits of artificial intelligence become unmistakable. No matter how advanced the surgical robot or how precise the AI-driven imaging, the final call, when a vessel ruptures or anatomy shifts, rests with the surgeon. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports a median salary for surgeons of $210,000, with demand expected to rise by 3% through 2030. But the numbers only hint at the real reason this role stands apart. A. I can assist with planning, analyze scans, and even guide an instrument's path, but it cannot take legal or ethical responsibility for a life on the table. U.S. law requires a licensed surgeon to oversee every critical decision, and no FDA-cleared system allows autonomous operation. Recent malpractice cases have reinforced this boundary. If a machine fails, it is still the human who answers in court. This pattern of demand, irreplaceable judgment, and institutional shielding forms a triad that defines every protected career on this list. Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, calls it the age of the skilled human, where the craftsman becomes the bottleneck, not the code. Surgeons sit at the apex of this protected tier, but the same shields, physical presence, human trust, and credentialed authority hold true across the board. In the end, the roles that survive are not just resistant to automation, they are essential to the new world AI is building. Right now, AI is rewriting the labor divide fast. The shortage of skilled hands isn't theory. It's halting billion-dollar data centers and reshaping salaries in real time. The future belongs to those who can't be automated. Decide which side you're on while you still can. What's your next move?